I did not.
Hello.
We're not removed. We're here. Welcome to Packman Paranormal Live. We are back. Got a lot to talk about tonight with the TRIFECTA event coming up. So let's go ahead and bring on Rob and Sara because they're here. Todd and LeAnne Escue of the Black Wolf Paranormal are scheduled to be in, but Todd's just getting off of work up in Bowling Green, Kentucky. You got to drive back home.
Let me do this for you since you're a slacker.
Okay. Well, I have to click on them to bring them up, and you're over there.
Right here.
They're down here. There's the Rob, and there's Sara. Hello.
I will bring everybody in here to say hello.
Oh, look at everybody's here.
Hello.
The gang's all here.
We got folks that are watching. I don't know why, but they're here. Hello, Big Daddy Andy, Danny Marie, Damien, always in the house. Good morning, sir.
Big Daddy Andy's watching in two different places.
He's like
he really likes watching.
It could be a multiverse kind of thing. There could be two of them out there. But anyway, we got the TRIFECTA coming up, and we're going to be talking about that. But last night we had
That's true.
Sparkies. But last night we had your daughter Cora, her fiance Chris, her aunt Christy, and
cousin
Trey spend the night here. And Cora and Chris have been to the house before. They didn't really have a whole lot happen when they were here previously.
Chris is a weenie.
Yeah.
My daughters are all badasses, and all of their husbands and boyfriends are weenies.
Yes. Yes. Anyway, last night they had an epic night here. And Chris, it was kind of a breakthrough moment for Chris. He's a very intellectual guy, analytical, and he's never really denied the paranormal, but never had a profound experience either last night. And, he was just kind of blown away like
hurry up, Todd.
Yeah.
Drive fast, Todd.
Drive like a freak, Todd. But yes, it is.
Yeah.
But we were downstairs in the dining room. Rob, because you've been here. Sara, you'll be here in a month. But the dining room is directly below this room, what we call the murder room.
Okay.
And we were all down at the dining room table at probably about 1 o'clock in the morning.
I don't even think it was that late.
I don't know. It was getting late. It wasn't late. And we're just talking, having a conversation. And then we overhear a conversation going on up above us.
I think it was going for a couple of minutes before we all was like,
we realized.
We were like, wait a minute, there's somebody else talking somewhere in the house.
Which is rare. Ernie's really just flapping his gums.
Let me.
We need to go ahead and get him off of here now.
You ain't telling me.
See how little
Bottom of the cup, Rob. Let me see.
Oh, there's nothing on it, I swear.
Oh, okay.
You had the special cup, Rob.
But anyway, the Ditto House once again delivered for our guests. We always talk to the spirits because we're crazy before people show up and tell them we got company coming. It'd be nice if you guys would let them know that you're here. And last night they definitely did. It was one of the most epic nights we've had with guests in the house. But anyway,
I wouldn't say most epic night. Rob was here.
I said one of the most.
Anywhere I'm at is an epic night.
Oh gosh. Here we go.
Okay, so let's introduce our guest, Sara. You all know Sara. She needs no introduction.
No.
This other guy over here.
I'm just here for the chuckles.
We laugh at you, Rob, not with
The chuckles. The chuckles.
No, Rob and Sara from Get Haunted, Paranormally Blonde. Great folks. Yeah.
Great folks. You know,
great. Well, I mean, she jumped in.
I'm just clicking. You can talk while I click. You can't talk while I click.
When you were clicking, though, I read that and it kind of got me off guard because anyway, she does this to me, y'all.
Let me tell you what I did for him today. I had an ADHD moment this morning with my child here, and tell him what you come home to.
Rob, you've seen our shed, right? It's a pretty good sized shed.
And how full it was and packed
full to the ceiling from end to end, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not now. All that stuff is just scattered around the backyard.
Oh, is she organized? Is she stress cleaning?
No, she's just putting stuff in the backyard.
Oh, are you decorating the backyard, Denise?
Well, I asked my daughter, I said, do you want some of my Halloween and Christmas stuff? Because I don't really decorate anymore. And she was like, let's pull it out and look at it. And that's about all that was out there. So I pulled it all out. And now I told Ernie, I texted him because he was at work. He's working 7 days a week right now. He was at work. And I said, let me start by saying, I love you. He was like, oh, God.
Man.
You should see this.
But why aren't you decorating anymore? Like, what's happening?
We're, like Halloween, we're like in Salem or New Jersey at the battleship, or I mean, we're always gone anymore on Halloween.
And I did it for my kids mainly. My kids are grown and aren't really here at the holidays anymore. So,
but anyway, as I was saying about these two, good folks, that's it. No. If you've never been to a Get Haunted event, you're missing out. Yeah, we have recovered we haven't. The town has not recovered.
We're
good.
Okay.
We're good. It never got to our house. We're good. But if you've never been to a Get Haunted event, you're really missing out. I mean, Sara, Rob, Danny, Marie, Trevor, the whole gang, all the Mercs, everyone that helps with these events, great people. Their one goal is to make sure that you have a good time.
And that's what we're going to do at the TRIFECTA.
Exactly. See, it's called a segue, Denise. I was doing
long to get there.
With you, it's just like a sway. It's not a segue, it's a sway. Straight on in there.
Could you imagine if all four of us right now were all like, if we were having our little separate fights, like people could just come to see who fights the best?
Yeah. That would be, we could review that.
I don't know, Rob. Ask Ernie who he is.
My money's on that one. I'm telling you. UFC main event, WrestleMania, it don't matter. I'm betting on that one.
I breathe the wrong way. I breathe the wrong way. I look the wrong way.
Okay, it's not you breathe the wrong way. Let's not be ridiculous.
Will it take over a minute?
Okay.
Look, Patrick said his money's on me.
Mm-hmm.
We're letting them argue for a minute.
Then Sara.
Let them argue.
Well, I'm going to take notes this show.
Okay.
Ernie Steve.
You son of a.
D-Hoot said it's more like sparring.
It is like sparring. Yeah. It is.
Anyway, like she said, when I was trying to be smooth and roll into it,
I would never cheat. Like Patrick said, I would cheat. I would never do such a thing, Patrick.
There's no rules in whatever you're doing.
We got all kinds of people coming
a lot of
here.
folks in. But anyway, May 31st.
Do I keep distracting you?
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. May 31st, Fort Duffield, West Point, Kentucky. Get Haunted, Paranormally Blonde is teaming up with the Squatch Man, the Black Wolf Paranormal, Christopher Lee Jansen, and Packman Paranormal. So, I mean, other people are cool, but I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
So
This is a Paranormally Blonde event. I love that. You just said Paranormally Blonde is teaming up. I love this. Is this like my event? Are we going to go full blown Paranormally Blonde and see how this goes? What's going on?
No, that would be stupid.
Sarah, I'm getting back to the camera quits rolling. I can't have any witnesses.
No, it's a Get Haunted event. But I always kind of smash you guys together.
Well, they are synonymous, and your logo's on every event. What are you talking about?
No, but I just want to say Ernie is probably one of very few that actually throws Paranormally Blonde some major cred. Like not many people do. It's usually just Get Haunted. So thank you, Ernie. I appreciate that.
Yeah, he's kind and though. Your audio is a little low, Sarah Jane.
I'm afraid of Sara. Because I see the bruises on you, Rob, and I understand.
Oh God.
So I'm afraid. But
no.
It's true. Yeah, it's going to be it is going to be a great Paranormally Blonde Get Haunted, Packman Paranormal, Christopher Lee Jansen, the Black Wolf Paranormal event, and Squatchman.
You almost forgot him again. You know, Squatchman is going to remember this.
Because he...
What?
Nothing. I got it.
Yeah, Damien's already asking questions, and we'll go ahead and let you talk a little bit. I don't think it's energy from last night. It's energy from what else? Do you want to talk about that before we get into all this?
Yeah, look, we can. But Danny did ask that same question or bring up the point that it could be maybe we've had weirdness here, a lot of weirdness here, and some of you know that sort of inherited a bunch of friggin' dolls that are allegedly haunted and other weird artifacts that came with it. What I will say, my observations, and I'm not trying to be dramatic, is that from the day we got these things have been a little different. For my dog, for Danny, especially, who was very attracted to one or two of these dolls.
That sounds very attracted. Doll attracted. It sounds like it's a new category.
It's a little freaky.
All right, she was drawn to them. Them.
That's good.
I'm sorry, Danny. She's drawn to them. But things have been strange here, and I did a live with Danny. We pretty much just let the doll go live first. One of the dolls. Then we got involved, and some of y'all watched and participated. But things have been different. That's what I'm going to say. We had some people over, and one of them, who is one of our biggest skeptic friends, Mike Castro, was actually experienced the very same thing that I experienced when they came up here to look at these dolls that I have set up. But today, Sara and I both actually made sort of this executive decision that it was time for some of them to go somewhere else, because so I grabbed no, wait, actually we told Danny to reach out to you. Yeah, she's talking to you right now. So these dolls, so it's just like time to go. So I took Danny out. We went and got pizza. We talked about this. Got back, and it was like, okay, we're gonna take them out of your room, Danny, and put them in the front closet which she had cleaned out recently. So we did. And I'm like, we're gonna test this theory. So I grabbed my recorder and a bottle of holy water, and I went back to that closet, and I said to them, I'm like, look, you're not staying in her room anymore. Like, you're in here for now. I will find somewhere else for you to go. And I had the holy water, guys, but I'm like, and you're gonna leave Danny alone. You're gonna leave my dog alone. You're gonna leave me alone. And on this recording, There's shit. There's a threat to the dog. Something your dog, or we're gonna do something to your dog. And then I tossed holy water on these dolls, and when I did, you hear a scream. You hear a scream. And some other words, right? So I'm like, so Danny especially was she was bothered by this. So I'm like, all right, well, fuck, now they gotta go, right? So now they're in a box. And you know, I have storage here downstairs. So I was gonna put them in the car. I'm like, that's not a good idea. I did another weird thing. I got in my car and there was some
what was that? What was that?
Welcome to the Ditto house.
I don't know, but I saw that.
That, you know what's really weird?
Sound.
It not only looked like it was in your square, it looked like it was in Rob's square.
Did it look to you all like something literally went across?
Yeah.
It looked like lightning.
It wasn't like a glitch. It was like something went across.
Mm-hmm.
But did it make a sound for you, Sarah?
What's that?
I heard whoa, like something like whoa.
I did, but I thought it went through your square and Denise and Ernie's square.
Oh, it's possible, right?
When I saw it,
because here's what I'm going to say.
Patrick said he heard a voice too.
Yeah, I heard a voice. So I boxed them up, and I was going to put them in the car, but then I was like, no. So my storage unit's creepy as shit. So I brought them downstairs, and I live on the 3rd floor here. Got him down. I was hoping not to run into any neighbors. Got him down in the basement, you know, and that's when it really kicked in. I put the box down. I got the key out, and I was like, look, you know, you guys are gonna be cool. We're gonna be staying down here for a little while. Okay. Crack that door open and pick up the box, and I have to go sort of through this weird little. It was deep, Katie. This labyrinth of the hallways to get to my unit, which of course is all the way in the back, and it looks like a haunted house setup because it's all plywood and doors. So the further in I got, the more it felt like it just felt like they were crawling up my back, on my neck, and when I tell you, every hair on my body was lit up. It was lit up, and I'm like, yeah, no, guys, I was like, I've been through, you're not getting this out of me. I've been through worse. I've had worse. You're staying down here. Too bad. I know you're pissed. You're pissed, and this is where you're staying. This is it. And you're going to leave us alone. You're fucking staying down here. Crack that door open. I got them in, put them down, and it was like, I'm sure I got in my own head a bit, right? I'm like, I just gotta get out of here, right? Because that's so now I'm like hitting the padlock, trying to get that shit done, and I'm coming back. Every hair, I am lit. I am just lit up. It was like a ton of weird energy. So I got back up here, and I walked in, and Danny, can I tell this? Danny was crying. She was just standing there, and she looked absolutely terrified, and she's like, Rob, there was just scratching. There was scratching coming from like where her room is, which is where the friggin' dolls were. I don't know, man. So Leo, there's been already a change in Leo. Leo has become a little more playful and loving.
He's possessed, because that's not Leo.
Yeah.
I'm wondering with you talking about this, if it was our house, because this happens with our house some, or if it was your end that caused that to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. What I hear on that recording is it's incredible. And I didn't want to listen to it again. So we stopped listening. You know, and Danny's very, very protective of Leo and wasps and anything that is a living creature. But yeah, it shocked me. It actually shocked me.
Trey was the one that was here last night when we heard voice up in the room.
Yeah.
So.
Here's another odd part to this story is a friend of mine borrowed one of them to bring home so he and his wife could investigate him. And at the same time, while this was going on, or just before this was going on, but at the kickoff of this, he was messaging me. He's like, yeah, my kid's uncomfortable. My wife's uncomfortable. And I noticed all the messages he was most, not all, but some of the messages he was sending me were 22 seconds, 22 seconds, 22 seconds. And I'm like, dude, like, you probably should get, dude, like, you should probably get rid of that shit, homie.
I just finished one of those.
Yeah. So I was, oh, look at that. So I was like, you should probably get rid of him. And then I was screenshotting, and he's like, what's that mean? What's the 22 about? I'm like, it's a long story. So I started telling it. And then he was screenshotting his side and sending it back. And on his end, they were 19 seconds, 21 seconds, 20. They weren't matching up. So I'm like, what's happening? And then this all went down. So it's just been a weird night. I messaged Sara when we first started the show, and we'd please don't worry, but like my heart was like thumping. And I don't know if being up here with all of them it is good or not, but I just couldn't do any more tonight. Plus we had this show, so I didn't want to be like all effed up for the whole show. But yeah, so and now Damien, back to your question, Danny and I talked about that yesterday, because when I tell you the convent has thousands and thousands of allegedly haunted artifacts, and some of them I know. Sara and I watched one of their dolls' heads turn in a video. We met a lot of people last night and talked about a lot of things that happened in there. So we did think maybe possible, but I don't think that was it. I'm starting to think the convent came into our orbit for at least partially for this very reason, right? Maybe this is where these guys are supposed to go live. I don't know. I just know tonight, 4 of them. So I came back up after all this, and Sara's like, well, what about the big one? And I'm like, son of a bitch. Like, I didn't want to go back down there. So I grabbed the big tall doll, and I'm carrying her down the stairs by her throat, talking to her. And I got to the bottom of the stairs, and it's kind of a realistic looking doll. And there's a woman standing there, and I'm holding this doll, and she looks at me, and she's like, I was like, just don't ask. And she just turned and walked off. And so I don't know. There's probably cops outside right now, but it's just been it's been a weird day and a really weird night. So I don't know, but whatever the hell that was, I didn't see it on my screen, Sara.
Oh, it was bright.
Yeah, I saw it. And everybody over here says they heard a voice. You said you heard a voice. I didn't hear a voice.
I heard it. It was like, whoa, whoa. Or maybe it said Rob.
Must have come through our mic then, because we didn't hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
I don't know.
So it makes me wonder: did it come from here or did it come from there? It might. Very likely it came from here, because our podcast last week we had the thump and the voice at the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
And right before you guys popped up to go live, REM pods were going off. I actually moved them closer to the door so that maybe if they went off,
they go off again, you could hear them. Yeah.
They know I'm coming, man.
It's all about you.
I've got a good rapport with the other stuff.
I think you need to take those dolls to Wade and let him just.
We can take them. Yeah.
You don't want one of them?
No, you don't. Honestly, I'm not comfortable letting people have these. I did when I talked to my friend. I'm like, I do think you should bring it back. After hearing what I heard, I told Sara, like, I messaged her. I'm like, it's been a long time since I've had that kind of fear. Like, that was it shocked me. It totally shocked me. So, But I already feel a difference downstairs. We'll see what happens once we clear more of these suckers out tomorrow.
Yeah, D-Hoot, this is Rob's murder room that we're staying in.
My murder room.
This is Rob's murder room, apparently.
That will be, I'm sure that will be screen capped and turned into some sort of propaganda against me. We'll find out. But these dolls, yeah, I don't know. I've never been a big
haunted doll.
A big, like, these dolls are haunted thing.
There's Torchman right there.
Look how he spelled high. I mean,
he
is. He's like, is everyone high?
What's up, brother?
He's gonna be on at the trifecta with us, so we're gonna have to get everybody.
Yeah.
Eventually,
we need to sell a few more tickets. So if you're on the side watching and you haven't bought a ticket yet, you need to do it. Otherwise, I'm sending a doll to your house.
Matt Linker's here. Hey, Matt
That's
Linker.
what we can do. We can threaten people with haunted dolls if they don't buy tickets.
That's right. We'll just ship them off to them. A return label.
Yeah. So how are the ticket sales going for the trifecta?
Oh, let me look. Well, you guys always ask me at the most.
Well, I mean, you could just say pretty well.
Great.
They are actually going well, and
or whatever,
they're going well.
They are going well.
They're missing out because it is a good time. Even if you take the paranormal and the Bigfoot out of it, it is a good time.
Oh God, you get to hang out with us. But yeah, so the Grand Slam that was a home run. Grand Slam sold out.
Hi, Susan.
I get it.
You see what I did there? I knocked that one out of the park, Ernie.
You did.
Oh, we're going to be in the middle of bad dad jokes next hour.
Look, I don't want to throw anybody any curveballs.
Oh,
don't
leave one hanging. Tell us.
I've almost struck out. No, I didn't. This is what you get with the purchase of live action, with the purchase of just one ticket. It's better than George Carlin, Richard Pryor, all those guys put together.
Exactly. Really.
I can't wait to get Sara here because she hasn't been here to experience it.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking forward.
Are you okay? You seem.
I am. So I'm hiving out right now. I don't know the last few days. I've been. I don't know if your dolls are affecting me, but yeah.
Or at your age, it could be shingles too.
It's not shingles. Shingles hurt. This is not a hurt.
They start out itchy.
No, they don't.
Have you had them before?
God knows he's had them because he's way older than any of us.
Denise, in your medical opinion, shingles don't start out itchy, right?
You're the oldest one here.
Sarah's asking me a question. Hush.
Shingles start out painful. They don't start out itchy, correct?
I think that's when people first discover them is when they start having pain.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, see, Damien's had shingles 2 times.
Damien, how'd you have shingles?
He used to be a roofer. Yeah. What I did there?
Oh, God. Shingles hurt and itchy.
Okay. Did you get a shot?
No, I did have chicken pox, though, so it is a possibility.
Well,
no, it's stress.
Do you have to go? Because you're a little just like Ernie and I are killing this show, and you're over there.
The jokes are
amazing. Is that what you're calling it? You're killing it?
They're killing it all right.
Okay.
You're just over there looking, sad.
Do I look sad? No.
You're on antibiotics still. I'm
not. No antibiotics. I think Rob's just stressing me out the last couple of days, and so it's coming out in hives.
Oh, it's stress hives.
It's stress hives.
Stress cause hives. Let me tell you, Ernie had one big hive for the last 6 years.
Look. I'm not licking any playground slides. No, I am totally okay. I think, look, this all just your doll situation and the stress level for both of you, for you and Danny. It was a lot. Like you guys were sort of at the rubber band was completely stretched, right? That's sort of where you guys were.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, we got to get on with Denise and Ernie. It's like showtime.
Well, it's been a heck of a day. It's been stupid, crazy busy. And we have a Paracon this coming weekend that I'm way behind on. So it's been stressful. But ticket sales have been good. And I cannot wait to get down there. And I cannot wait for Sara to experience Fort Duffield and the Ditto House.
I hope the Ditto House treats you all
Fort
well.
Duffield.
He said Fort Duffield.
He said the Ditto House.
He said Fort Duffield
Wow.
and the Ditto House. He obviously
I
wasn't
did.
listening to you.
Yeah. I actually said it first.
He said it first.
I know. And then she came back and said, well, I hope the Ditto House does. After you
We
said
know
the
the
Ditto House.
Fort's gonna. I said I hope the Ditto House does good for you. We know the Fort's gonna be good. Squatchman's gonna be there,
Well, he'll be here too, probably.
but he calls the Squatches in at the Fort.
He might call him in here.
Oh, I want to share. I'm going to tell you guys something because I have been listening to a podcast, and this sort of segues into me, the trifecta. But one of my biggest experiences with you guys was when we happened to be at Billy Creek, and we weren't. That wasn't our primary goal. We're
No.
Squatches. Actually, both times I've been with you guys, that wasn't the primary goal. It just happened.
I would call it an objective.
Yeah, but so the thing that I saw when I talk about what I saw at Billy Creek, when I thought I saw a bat go over Denise first and then Ernie. So I was listening to this podcast last week, and I think it's called My Haunted Experience. It's interesting because it's just the experience they're talking. You don't hear anybody asking questions, but clearly they're answering some questions, right? So this person is talking about, one, she calls them forest people too. And so she really doesn't use the Sasquatch or Bigfoot terminology, but she really does believe it reminded me so much of you guys and of Squatchman in the sense of this, like how the respect she has for them and sort of what they do for her and her family. She said it's been around forever. Like this is just something she just has known has been around. But she was describing one specific experience. And as she was talking about it in detail, I literally stopped what I was doing, a chore. I stopped what I was doing and I was like, oh my God, that's what I've been trying to say this whole time. So it is almost watery. Yes. It is what she said. It is a water. It looks like she said it is not solid, but it's a form of water.
Yeah.
Right. The water's shaped, I guess is what she was saying. The water is shaped. And
vision, the mirrored vision. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, that is exactly. And I know I said it like putting your finger, but it was like the way she described it was like, that's exactly what I saw. That was, and she refers to them as forest people. And the respect that you have to have between, especially when you live in those surroundings, right? So it was beyond. I'm going to find that episode so you guys can listen to it. And I think she also talked a little bit about some alien activity as well. So, and that's what's so interesting, I think, because there seems to be a really tight connection. The more you listen to Sasquatch experiencers and what they talk about with their possible alien experiences, which I'm really excited to get this Trifecta 2.0 in West Point, because although I do believe where you guys were, Rob, I didn't get to go to the first one that was in Hudson Valley. But there's something about the more pictures I see of Fort Duffield, which I don't know what in my head I had pictured. But that top open space that sits up high, there has to be, do you guys find you have some alien connection or experiences while you're up there?
The first group that we had up there for a private overnight had the trifecta that night.
Yeah.
They had a UFO encounter a Bigfoot walked right across that big open green space.
Chad, the one that was on
Chad
the Haunted
Cummings that was on
Discoveries
the-
episode, it was his group.
And then we had multiple spirit.
We go up there
Encounters.
when we know we have some sort of like meteor showers or any type of celestial event that's happening. We go up there and we take a blanket and pillow and we lay up there because it's at the highest point in the city and it's open, and that's where we go and just lay and watch it. And we've seen things we can't.
We've seen what looks like satellites. You know how you can see satellites going across the sky, and they're like a couple of them that are like they're coming together, and then they'll veer off in one direction or the other, and it's like satellites don't do that. You know?
No, not normally. They don't change direction, but I do think this is going to be such a, and I think this is the important piece, and I do believe this is
like,
one aspect of am I flailing? Let me stop. Okay, tell me when I'm good. Am I good?
You're good.
I'm good. I do think this is one really unique aspect of what Get Haunted does do, because it is the repeat of these experiments to these experiences to compare, right? Compare and contrast. And Hudson Valley has some very big history of the trifecta, you know, having some of that, the UFO and the Sasquatch cryptid, and definitely the ghost aspect. But to have, I think that it's such a great, like Hudson Valley and West Point, Kentucky, that's a big contrast right there. Right. Yep. So to be able to have this one coming up again, this really should be a yearly event in different parts of the United States, and connecting all of you guys together to compare the evidence that you guys get, especially with how often you get the Sasquatch experience. So I think this is and it would be cool to have people. Bill Bryan's going to be coming to this one, so he's going to be a good one also too, because he was at the first one, so he'll be able to have that good comparison and contrast. So I'm excited to hear what everybody has to say about West Point in particular. I think this is going to be probably, no matter what, a hyper. There's going to be activity. You can't be around you guys, the Escues and Squatchman. You just can't, and not have anything not happen.
We have, I mean, I'm glad that you all have seen it, because we try to tell people when we're together how much freaking activity happens, and it sounds like we're crazy trying to explain it.
It's like that's 4 crazy people.
Five with Squatchman in there. But comparing like the UFO activity with the Sasquatch, you know, Squatchman has his own forest that he keeps undisclosed that he goes to. And in his forest, there is a place that he refers to as UFO Mountain, because there's so much UFO activity there. So it's like there's always a correlation.
We had one night that dang near landed on us, we thought.
Yeah. Squatchman says all about the energy
you bring. Exactly. But we were up there on top of
UFO
the
mountain.
But there's a fire tower up there, and we were up near that fire tower. Well, there's actually a big lookout where you can see all the way to Louisville, Kentucky. We were up there, and
we had Todd and LeAnne with us that night.
We saw lights coming up the road.
Oh, you're talking about the one coming up the road? I thought you
were
talking about the other one.
And then we turned around and looked, you know, because you could see them off in the distance.
We were going down this road, okay? And
you're
it's
telling
like,
a different story.
No, you're talking about the lights coming up the road. I know
what
you're talking about.
I'm talking about when the parking lot all lit up right down there between us and our truck.
We're going down the road, and we see what looks like lights coming up the road, and we hear it, and it sounds like an engine. And we are parked because like nobody is there in the middle of the night, and we like stop right in the middle of the road, and we're out looking for Sasquatch. Well, we see these lights, we hear this engine, and I'm like, and because it's totally dark, no street light, nothing, I'm like, we need to get back in the truck and get out of the way, because this thing was coming so fast. I was like, it's going to come around the corner and smash us. So we jump in the car to get ready to get out of the way, and nothing comes around the curve.
And there was nowhere. It's a one lane,
anywhere.
one way road.
And we seen that one time when we were out there in the woods down at the other place where the gifting stump is. We saw something go real fast that looked like a car, but it went like
wasn't where the road was.
Yeah, it was going like straight through the woods.
And the time I was talking about though was when Todd, LeAnne, all of us were up there at the lookout, and we turned around and looked down toward the parking lot, and the whole parking lot, our trucks were lit up.
We thought somebody had pulled in with lights shining on us.
It was like the mothership or something, was over that parking lot because it was brightly lit. Mm-hmm. Like, what the heck? And then it was just gone.
Huh.
Did you hear that?
I did hear that. Like
something tapped the wall or something.
Sounded like that lock on that door. I don't know. But anyway. So, yeah. We have experienced a lot of that. Christopher Lee Jansen is going to be with us for the trifecta. Mm-hmm. Anybody that's not met Christopher, not followed him, seen what he can do, you're missing out there too, because that guy is one of those people that looks into your soul when he reads you. And
yes, he does.
The CE5 with some singing bowls, and he's got a whole plan for what he's going to be doing.
And getting back to like where we're talking about the lights with the UFO stuff up at the fort. That's what, if anybody watched that Haunted Discoveries episode, that's one of the things we talk about before any activity up there is everybody sees that big flash of light first. Okay. And that's what they were trying to replicate with the lightning, because they didn't know if it was lightning flashes or what. And then they caught that big flash of light on the EMCCD camera that wasn't there.
Yeah. If you watch Skinwalker Ranch at all, they had something very similar happen, where certain areas would just illuminate, but not to the naked eye.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's, I mean, I can't explain it.
I feel like the difference of this trifecta and the last trifecta will be the comfortability with who this particular event is being created with, and not because Ronnie LeBlanc, hands down, one of the nicest people you can spend time with. But right, like here we have a more, dare I say, a family setting, right? It's more of a family setting with the Black Wolf Paranormal, Packman Paranormal, Squatchman, and Christopher Lee Jansen. Like, this is all a situation where you all know each other, you all work together all the time, plus just the family vibe. We've all spent time together. We've all, we've had some experiences together, just that comfortability alone, which I think anything that I've gotten from working with you guys, and again, not even that it was ever meant to be a squatching situation, but it really is about being comfortable. It is about letting go in that moment. And I guess because it wasn't meant to be a squatching thing, there wasn't an expectation. So there, you're just in that moment. So I feel like that is one thing that people are going to have a real treat to be with you guys. Because I believe you cannot go anywhere with the packs without there being that experience. I mean, again, we were at ISS, not there for squatching. They came to help support us. And it was, I think, during our beginning talks, you guys were already turning around and looking, and we're like,
I had a picture of one peeking around the tree at us.
Yeah. Rob, we tried to show Rob. Rob was like, I don't want to see that right now.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's such a unique experience. So, and I think with Christopher Lee Jansen, I have had a reading with him at the ISS Con. Yes, you described him perfectly. When he's doing your reading and he's like he's shuffling the cards, and the way he looks at you, and like I kept like telling him, like, this is getting uncomfortable, only because it's like you're reading things you shouldn't be reading right now. Like, please stop looking at me like that. So he will definitely bring such a unique flair to this, which I don't believe we didn't have that at the first trifecta, Rob, where we really had somebody doing readings, correct?
No, we did not.
Well, Chris's group was actually the very first group to book up at Fort Duffield, and they had Sasquatch experience that they weren't looking for.
They had the trifecta.
Yeah, they had the trifecta too up there.
So, I mean, like Squatchman said earlier in the comments, it's about the energy. It's about the energy you bring as a group. Mm-hmm. And it's something that we always try to do at the beginning of any of the events that we host, is get everyone in that mindset of, an open mind and a positive energy and lighthearted and all that, to kind of set the tone energy wise for what the rest of the night might bring. And
we also try to encourage people to live in the moment and have the experience and not be so worried about bringing
documentation
out their cameras and recordings. And I mean, that's good if you happen to catch something, but don't make that what it's all about.
Don't make that your focus.
Well, I would definitely think trifecta. And I actually will just say, and you guys now have been to several of our events. So you can tell me if I'm off base here, but what I do believe about our events too, it is not about capturing evidence. It is truly about understanding, learning each other's techniques and how their style and why they do paranormal the way they do. So, it's, when you do capture something, I think we're all in that moment to go, like, this is what's happening. What could this be? Let's talk about it. But we're not there for the sake of the evidence. It really is about vibing out with the people you're with, right? To hang out with them, to understand what it feels like. You can be in groups, and we've been so blessed. I'm honestly, I can't really think of any event that I've been blessed to be a part of that it's not been just a great group of people in general. But there's something about being with people you don't necessarily know, and watching people find comfort with strangers and relax into being more open about what they believe, how they believe. And nothing really spoke to that more than our Farnsworth having a family join in last minute, coming right in as if they've always been a part of our group. They really didn't seem to have much of a, there was,
she's flailing.
A lot of stand, at least, for the most part, no hesitation. I know. I don't know what's going on with my internet. It really just sucks. It sucks.
I need you to.
So yes, I think that
of your internet bill, so I can call.
Did you just see that? Did you guys just see that on your screen?
Yeah, that's what Sparky just said over there. A line. So
yeah,
a line.
Something on your end.
Across your forehead.
Me?
Yeah.
How are you feeling over there?
Okay. There's just some knocks over there where they are. So I don't know. We stirred some shit up tonight. I'm just hoping they calm down. But yeah, I'm okay. I am. I'll admit. And if you can't tell, I'm a little bit off tonight. I'm not as funny as I am. Usually funnier.
Oh.
And right, Ernie?
Yeah, yes, yeah. Yes, you are, Rob. You really
Rob asked the Swatch to help you. Ask the poorest people to help you.
Can they do it remotely? Is that something that anybody has ever?
They believe they could.
I don't want to start some interdimensional war up here. I have a lot of shirts to get done between now and Friday, so I'll battle these ones.
But you do have a lot of sort of empty space around you, Rob. Like you are sort of in country. There one sort of area coming in from your old neighborhood to where you live now.
You remotely.
Yeah. Let me try something. My end permission needed. You need to give Damien permission.
Yeah, go ahead, Damien. You're allowed. Yeah. So yeah, I may be jittery, and Damien's saying I'm jittery. I'm just hearing things, and it's a little.
Is Danny? Can Danny sound off? Is she good down there?
Danny, are you okay? Okay, she's okay.
Okay.
She was looking for something, she said.
There's
Whatever.
Angelina.
Howdy.
There we go.
Angelina.
I think this trifecta might be a little different too, because when you all did the other one, you kind of were a guest in their woods there, correct? It wasn't like a regular stall.
Yeah.
They know us here.
Yeah.
And that's a really good point, because when we were at Duffield, it did. If we were in your spots, right? That part was was palpable. Where we were literally hiding from the friggin' cops, right? Because it was a state park and we were not supposed to go off the trail. And Ronnie just was like, "Nah, we're going in there. This is it." Like, so Ronnie's got a vibe too, you know, just like you guys do, and Greg. You know, so he was like, "Nope, we got to go in here." And I'm like, I'm looking around. There was like, I don't know, 19 of us. So I'm like, go, go, go. So everybody was kind of hauling ass into there. And sure as shit, like within about a 5-minute walk, we found, I think I sent you those photos, like structures and mini structures. And you know, they weren't that far from, we found a deer stand, and I don't know how old it was. So I'm like, no. So some of the guests were like, well, maybe the hunter did that. Hey, listen, he's handsome. Well, we're ordering him a top hat, so he is going to have a top hat real soon. So some people were like, well, maybe, you know, the hunter made these so he could find his deer stand. But I'm like, why would he make so many of them? Because there were large ones and then smaller little structures, like almost like teepees. But why so many? You know, so for me, so then Ronnie, he did the whole tree knock thing, and sure shit, you know, we got one back, which was also very weird for me. But I did roll my EVP recorder just before he swung that stick, and we got something. I think it sounds like a voice on there. It was pretty cool. Yeah, Kelly was there. There was a knockback, and it was, for me, probably the most unexpected thing is it's the middle of the day and we're in a public park, and we just walked like 22 miles to get. We were sweating, so we're like, "Fuck!" It was just
like seen with us. We don't have to do the tree knocks or anything. We just sit around the fire and
yeah, I know. I've been there and seen it. Right, I get it, but. It was, so for me, it was all new, but that knock, it was definitely interesting. We didn't have any visual stuff, or nothing like what we all got to experience at Duffield or at Billy Creek, or even at Indiana. I saw what I saw in Indiana at ISS when we were there. That wasn't like the other things that I got. So anyway, it was just cool.
I want to make sure we address this. I don't know if she's talking to you guys or to us, but we don't really, I mean, me and Ernie are us, so we don't really.
I mean, I want to put this out there without sounding, I want to try to say this right. Okay. Denise, myself, Todd, LeAnne, Squatchman, that's usually our gang when we're doing a big thing. We have guests that come in and help with events sometimes, or Rob's been there. Of course, this trifecta event, we're going to have the whole Get Haunted gang. But usually we set our own energy just like a psychic would, open ourselves up just like a psychic would.
Medium, she said, not
our own mediumship. We open it up, and I feel like everyone has that ability within them. It's just a matter of turning the switch on. And
they
feel
mind speak to us, basically.
So I kind of feel like we're our own mediums when we're doing these, if that makes any sense at all. But this event, this trifecta event, we're going to have one of the best mediums out there, Christopher Lee Jansen, with us. So
yeah, I guess you can say we do occasionally.
Every now and then, yes. So it's going to be it's going to be interesting this time around, I think.
Oh, this is gonna be a great, I think, to me, especially if you're a newcomer, to get haunted. This is such a great way to sort of meet the variety and the diversity of what we try to bring to the community or try to connect with the community. And for us, we have deep love for the Packs and the Escues and the Squatchman. So to be able to do this with them, for them to, some of the most, what's the word I'm looking for? The word like this is, I think I am a little whacked out right now. Like I keep not hearing, because I don't hear things and I don't see things, but the word hostile keeps really, like, something is like, that's the word that keeps coming to hostile. I don't know why I'm feeling
hostile, as in like angry, or hostile?
Yeah,
like in a weird foreign motel.
No, not a. maybe I don't know. I don't know, but that's I'm feeling a little whacked. I almost feel drugged. Right now. Like I feel like there are, you know what it's reminding me of, Rob? Remember the chatter that I could not stop hearing at Heyman?
Yep.
That's what I feel like right now. I don't hear it, but I feel it, if that makes sense. What the hell is going on? What is going on right now?
Did you just hear a voice? We just had a voice on this end. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
That was actually in the room with us.
This is a weird night, y'all.
But I heard it.
It's not, everything's off tonight, and I agree with the side, and I was hoping it wasn't noticeable. If I could show you and play you the messages and voice messages from my friend, I would. I'm not going to, out of respect for him and his family, and their privacy. It's a weird day.
I feel distracted. Like I cannot connect with this. And I love everything we do, and it's like I can't connect with it right now.
Well, I did. I sent her a message privately. I was like, "Hey, come back to us," because I can tell you're checked out. We can throw you out.
Well, if you want to share that, go ahead. Feel free.
Share what?
Didn't he say?
No, I can't. It's not.
Out of respect for his friend, he would not.
Okay,
but can you share? Can you share the EVP?
No.
Okay.
No, we're not doing that. No.
I missed the entire conversation with that.
I checked out.
You checked out.
I'm blaming Sara.
Hey, don't take my thing. This is my thing, Ernie.
No. So I need everybody to focus, and everybody needs to be
in the moment.
In the moment, yo.
I got this.
All right.
So Trifecta is going to be good. Like, oh my God, how much time we got left? Oh, look at that, 59 minutes and 40 seconds, right on the money. Buy a goddamn ticket, people. Get out there. Get to Fort Duffield.
Wade would be throwing holy water on all of us right now if he was. I've seen him do it at our events. Where out of in the dark, you cannot be in the dark with Wade, because you will get pelted with holy water.
You'll get hosed down. I've had it happen.
What did a door just open? Oh, there you go.
I got my holy water right here.
Oh, we got
holy water.
My blessed salt over here too.
Let me get mine.
What, do I put it in my hands? What do I do, Wade? Tell us what to do, because I really feel like I feel like it's almost like being in a preschool. Like I feel like I'm in a preschool class right now, and it's out of control. It's not you guys. It's my fault. It's my fault.
No, it's a weird energy.
I've also got a chicken paw and an alligator claw.
Vodka to chase the holy water down.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, how'd you get a chicken paw? I need it.
Even Sparky says I'm not bright-eyed. So
go to witchcraft supply store.
I've got a whole bunch of witch stuff over here.
Do you need a bear head?
I'll take a bear head. I got turtle shell over here too.
I have got Florida water and holy water. Which would be better?
What
Florida water and holy water. For this, I think Florida water would probably be good. Yep, we need that.
What is that going to do?
It's going to look cool sitting on a shelf around the house somewhere.
Back there. Sorry, buddy. All right, everyone calm down.
But anyway,
Ernie and I will be here tomorrow.
Doing what?
I don't know. We're going to do something together.
What are we going to do? Call me. I'm game.
Will you roll a lint brush around all over me?
Be
Do
outside.
you have a lint brush? Yeah, I'll probably be out cleaning the backyard.
You're going to pick up all your decorations.
I got to pick up all the Halloween decorations that are just randomly scattered in the backyard. I got a skull back there that's like this big. Looks like a real skull.
Corey's taking that one.
That's the one we had to take the battery out of because it kept going out. It's a motion detector.
We got Poulter still in here. Okay.
Wait, you got some sucks to be you and all kinds of stuff.
And flying devil.
Oh wait, I also have Denise's candle that she sent me. I'm gonna light that sucker too.
Yeah. Where's your
Yes.
Where's your EAD stone?
Chill. Look out.
My EAD stones are down in my desk. They're not up here.
I'm trying to find mine. I don't know where the fuck it is.
So we'll light this candle.
Stones galore right over here.
Yeah, bless.
But
Pulling out all the stops.
no, we wanted to talk about the trifecta tonight, folks.
Well, we did. So.
And we tried.
We tried.
The energy was just a little weird tonight, and it's not anybody's fault other than these damn dolls of Rob's.
Not even mine. I agreed to this mess.
Yeah, he's babysitting. He's babysitting some creepy ass dolls or something. I don't know, y'all. It's weird.
Well, I've got my
He just
wand.
went interdimensional on us. Did you see that?
I've
It
got
was like
my
here
wand
and
and my
then back here. You saw that, right, Sarah?
I did see that. Absolutely.
I need for protection over here.
Go on. Look at you.
See, I've got all the I got my wand. I've got my athame. I've got everything I need.
There's no draft in this room,
A whole
Sparkies.
dagger.
Yeah, that's
All right. Well, shit. Well,
All
I'm
right.
sorry, everyone.
It's Rob.
I wrecked your show.
Yeah, we usually have a really good show, y'all, but Rob was on tonight.
Yeah. Did it?
Well, shit.
Yeah, this is a special made candle by Denise. This is
I think it was the curse breaker, wasn't it, or something?
it is hex reversal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hex reversal. Damnation.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
I did that.
That.
She's
did that.
she's not a black witch. She's a gray witch.
She's a very good witch.
She is. Not like a Glenda good, but just she's good.
I'm a gray witch, and whatever I need to bring to the table is what I will bring.
That's right.
She gets shit done. That's the kind of witch she is. She's the get shit done witch.
It's true. Anyway, folks, the link at the bottom of the screen there, extremeticketing.com. Search for TRIFECTA.
Mm-hmm.
Get your tickets for that. We've still with the VIP is sold out, right? We've still got tickets for the Fort Duffield, the TRIFECTA itself at Fort Duffield. We still got plenty of those, Rob, or are we getting low on them?
They're starting to narrow down, so get them while you can.
What about
Before
that?
I raise the price, because I'm going to raise the price last minute for all you people that think you're going to get a discount. I do a whole mind reversal thing. I raise the price
on there too.
Last 2 weeks. It's going to go up 10%.
Yes.
So you better get them now.
Here we go, right there.
Also, we have the cookout or picnic with the packs. How's that going?
Nobody wants
to do.
Is anybody got a ticket for that?
And we didn't really go over that. And I think this is another important piece that everybody, because this event itself, it actually encourages and inspires really good conversations. So the PACs have been so incredibly generous with their home and Fort Duffield that we are keeping this event going until Sunday, and we're doing picnic with the PACs. So what better way, right? What better way than to gather in an amazing location with amazing people, have some food, and really talk about what it was we've all experienced in the last couple days together. Because I think that's where sometimes we just leave these places, right? And you don't get to really fully have those conversations. And I think that's where people are going to start coming together and realizing like, oh my God, we had some very similar activity or experiences to share. So those tickets you can buy, like if anybody is coming to it, I think anybody who's bought tickets to the event itself, they also did the add-on of the picnic. I think we're good there. So
anybody that didn't get the VIP for the house, it'll be their chance to come to the house if they come to the picnic, and we'll
give you a tour of the house, and who knows, we might come in for a while and set some equipment around and see what happens. Who knows? We'll just see how it's going.
Sparky's got a good question there we can answer real quick. The best thing is just leave them alone, let them exist, and don't set traps for them. Don't try to take their picture and invade their space. Just leave them alone.
Don't piss them off.
Yeah. Don't try to hunt them.
Seen Missing 411? I think that's how people wind up on the Missing 411 files.
Wait, I have a question. I have a question to follow up with his, because he's saying, so I have people asking how to deal with a Bigfoot that are invading their backyard. So has anybody ever stopped to maybe ask some, and it's not for us to hear these questions, but has anybody given some personal questions to the person that feels their yard is invaded? Because perhaps it's not an invasion, but more of maybe there's some things going on there in that home or on that property or in their space, right? That they're being attracted to sort of give messages and or some guidance.
Protection.
They are protectors.
Or maybe even some discipline. Does that make sense?
Like maybe ask some questions like, is somebody dealing with an addiction, or is somebody having an abusive situation, or maybe dealing with some mental health issues, or bigger questions, or maybe there's something, a huge crossroad in their life right now. Like I feel like if that person feels their space is being invaded, because I don't know that that's even, I feel like since knowing you guys, that's not something they're not going to invade. Like, I feel like that's a very 1950s term that Bigfoot came and then, they have a Bigfoot baby with,
tried to rape me or whatever.
Sparky, we actually have done EVPs and used ghost hunting equipment with the Bigfoot. So ask them. Run a recorder and ask them, talk to them. That's what we do.
Treat them just like any other spirit that we deal with.
Of the forest.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if you're not into this, but you're realizing that this is in your space. It feels like they're coming. Like, what a gift, maybe, that they're coming to you.
Right. Mm-hmm. Or even, on the flip side, what about a warning? Could be some kind of warning that, hey. Walk the straight and narrow. Right. It's hard to know without knowing more about the situation, but it could be a variety of things, I would think.
Yeah.
And how you deal with it depends on why they're there to begin with.
Yeah, that's a good question. Do you see that question, Rob? It's for you. Are you paying attention?
He's distracted.
What's going on with my hair too?
So the question is, I don't know why I have to read it. Other people can read it. So may I ask, Rob, was it your idea about moving dolls and things? If so, they like Danny and seem to be upset with you, and it's your fault. So to answer your question, yes, it was my idea, and I didn't force it.
Partly my idea.
Actually, Sara responded.
Please get that.
But at the same time, this is where I live. This is where Leo lives. This is where Danny lives. And if 2/3, and Danny is in agreement, but even if 2 out of 3 are not okay with it, off they go. This is where I live. So they're just gonna have to get used to it. We'll find a more suitable home for them, but as of right now, in this moment, this is not for them or us. So yeah, they may be upset, but
I feel sorry for whoever's got to go down in the basement in the next day or two.
Yeah, that's me, because tomorrow.
No, I mean somebody else. Like if one of your neighbors has to go down to check on their shit in the basement.
Well, I picked I'll film it tomorrow. We'll post it, right? Because it's literally as far back as you can go, and you got to like go through all these winding, and it's all just
going through a haunted house that's being set.
That's exactly what it's like. So I'm like, I picked the furthest one because it was largest, and I figured it's so far back people wouldn't try to break into it. Right? Because then they'd have because there's only one way in and out. So the sad part is when you're shitting yourself, that's the furthest one. So yeah, you gotta go back. It's all situations without blame. You all are learning does not make sense now. Yeah, like that weird shit happened before. We'll get through this one. This one so far feels not quite as bad, but yeah. So anyway, yes.
I hope you guys get some kind of resolution to that.
And I'll let her picture what he's got to deal with tomorrow. You film yourself going back to your dolls, and he'll film the backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Todd, it's all Todd's fault. Todd's working. I'm a working guy. I got to be at work.
I have responsibilities. Look at me.
Responsible engineer guy. I got to do something that's important for centers. I can't do fun things because I'm busy working. Here's how I toss them in there. I just threw them all. I'm like, you're out. By the throat, you just threw her there.
Yeah, I was just kind of done. So this is how I left her, and then
so we'll see.
It seemed disrespectful, but
that one creepy one there in the corner.
Yeah, I wasn't going to spend any more time.
She looks real comfortable.
Yeah,
I like how she's like on a steel bed upside down. She's like,
yeah. So that gives you an idea.
Lock.
So I videotaped or filmed how I left them, because if I go in there tomorrow and they're all like facing the wrong way, then
did you see how I didn't say anything like that? Because I respect you and your job.
Wow.
Oh God.
Wow.
Such a butt kisser.
Wow. Todd was busy getting searched by the TSA.
He was getting.
Yeah, Todd looks all innocent, but we know he's been on the do not fly list.
That's right. Yeah. Folks, the trifecta is going to be amazing. Believe it or not, it really is. It's going to be amazing. You got an amazing group of folks. Mostly me, but no. I mean, everybody that's coming with us, like Sara mentioned earlier, we're all like one big family. Todd and LeAnne, our brother and sister. Squatch Man, our brother.
I'm like your grandson.
The godfather and godmother over there.
Christopher Lee
and
Jansen.
Christopher Lee Jansen, the soul detective. I was trying to figure out.
I was wondering where he was going to go with that.
Seriously, folks, he's amazing. If you've never met him, you need to check out this event or some event that he does. He does a lot.
Go, come and go.
Yeah,
go and come.
Exactly what you said.
I could just. Who knows what happens?
Why is Sparky talking about wounds?
Well, that cover for those Woundering.
The people who are inflicting wounds upon people, which I believe is what woundering is. It's like woundering somebody.
I'm wondering.
No.
It's German for wondering. I'm wondering.
No, Sparky's, that is Fort Duffield.
Spirits. Squatches.
Stories around the campfire
And
and UFOs. And good food and good people and just a good energy, a good time, good night to gather and share some experiences and maybe create some new ones.
Yeah.
And connections.
Come make friends.
Yeah. So I'm going to wrap it up because
let's just wrap it up. I need to take a
He's going. He's been trying to wrap it up for 15 minutes and he just keeps going and going.
I think that was Sara. That,
we'll ask questions or have a good comment and we respond to it.
yeah.
When it's going good, you don't cut it off.
Oh, that's what she said.
What she said.
Folks, I'm ending this live stream because my wife needs to be disciplined.
Disrespectful.
No, we love you all. Can't get your tickets, people. Damn it.
This was a hell of a sales pitch.
That is. Get your tickets, damn it. Or we're going to send a
haunted doll to
your house. We know where you live.
There's Eric saying goodbye. Good night, Eric. Glad to see you.
Good night,
here.
everybody. We'll see you next time. We're going to have a better show with better
guests next Sunday.
I have Rob being all weird and shit.
I wasn't being weird. Y'all asked me stupid ass questions.
We love y'all. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
We're still here.
Son of a